My name's Aaron. Welcome back to my channel. How are you? I'm fantastic and I'm doing really well. And today I am viewing from the house of Nomenclature, Holywood Eau de Parfum. This is £173 for 50ml, 117 for 1.7 fluid ounces. I can't hardly read this, so I'm going to go to the notes. The notes are clear wood, Bulgarian rose, jasmine sambac, pink pepper, SFE sandalwood and suede. Do we have a little bottle of Nomenclature Hollywood? Are we engaged with the higher self? Let's get testing. Very cool name, but we were struggling to find out which bottle it was. It's very, very difficult to see the name. It's on the bottom and it's really, really small, and we had to get our iPhones and go right in and zoom, can see. So that's my first criticism, is I'd love it a bit more clearer there. I mean, if you had like 7 of these, or all of them, you wouldn't know. Love the bottle, love the packaging, love the presentation. Don't know anything about this. So let's look at the atomizer. Oh, does see if it does that again. I'm going to see whether that was like, whether it's the thing or not. Yes, so I don't know if that's the atomizers, but kind of whatever. Maybe because it's a high concentration, I can just smell patchouli and ambroxan. Okay, let's spray this on my hand. I think if you're fast with the atomizers, they're all right. Okay, the atomizer, I think I've done something to it. I don't know quite what I've done, but now it really doesn't like me, this little Dalek bottle. I think you really, really have to love patchouli, and patchouli would like raw materials to love this. Clearwood is a patchouli-like raw material. It doesn't have the nuances of patchouli, but it smells of patchouli. But this smells of patchouli and ambroxan and ambers. I really didn't know what to expect. I got this in New York. There's a shop called Aldous, I think it's called. It's a very, very cool shop, and the interior of the shop is very cool, very dark. I remember there was like a black raven, and it looked, I think there was a hat in there or something. Very, very, really cool. But the way that they served it is a bit weird. I'm sure lots of you have been in there. Please tell me if this experience was, this is what it's like. So I think when you're buying a perfume, you need to let your nose lead you. When people come into our shop, I allow them to, as I say, what sort of things do you like? And then I kind of direct them, but I allow people to have a play and allow people to put things. So I test things on testing strips. When they like something, then they test it on their skin. And I think that's really, really important, is to let customers really find their way. One customer the other day, he really didn't like sweet stuff, didn't like hard candy, and ended up liking something else. Citrus-based, Wapo, I think. And everyone's mind's different. I don't take offense to it. If you don't like something, not for you, kind of whatever. You have a range big enough. But in there, they were like, it was just so weird. It was kind of like, the inside of the shop was insanely, in the inside, I loved it. I thought, oh, this is really cool. But it was so pretentious. It was just, and I went with my friend and we were like, oh, this is like very, very pretentious. And the guy said, what sort of things do you like? And I was like, try not to be me. And he just brought me these over, and that was it. And I couldn't smell anything. And, I had to leave with what he gave me. And I don't know why he gave me this, maybe because, it looked like I should like patchouli, but I think I said I like rose, and ended up with this, which is not rose. It's not rose-like for me. But anyway, it was a very weird experience, and it was kind of very off-putting. I felt a little bit unwelcome, to be honest with you. I just didn't really feel it. I didn't really like it, to be honest, and I kind of just wanted to go, and I just bought whatever he gave me and left, because I would love to try some niche brands. I always want to review different things. I want to give smaller companies, platform, and I was just left with, this, which is a rose, which is a bit weird, isn't it? So I think you really have to like patchouli to really like this, and patchouli-dominant fragrances. This is dry, clean, amber-like, vibrant patchouli. And it's very, very clever because they are manipulating high-mouth ambroxan, ambers, hedione with masses of patchouli. And you're getting this sort of like interesting, clean patchouli, other woods in there as well. Woods to give it a sort of backbone. I think they're using really powerful aroma chemicals to give that metallic, high-tech finish, which I really like actually. I really like metallic smelling fragrances. I would reach for Habanalide in this actually to really make this metallic. They're using top note musk to give it sort of a fruity nuance, with Breccolide to give it cleanness. This is very clean smelling, mixed with amber notes as well. I had to reach for Habanalide. That would have worked, sweeten this as well slightly, fractionally. And a bit of coumarin would have been really nice. On to my final thoughts. I think it's really nice. I think, yeah, as I keep saying, I think you have to really like patchouli and wood-based fragrances and amber. And I mean, the name, Nomenclature, is really cool. The bottle's really, really cool. I think what it's doing is really, really cool. I think it's very nichey. It smells very sophisticated. It's kind of, I think if you love fragrances which are harsh, metallic, there's loads of stuff I would have used in this to really push it and make it mental. But as a fragrance on its own, I think it's very, very nice. So as a fragrance, this is giving me lift. This is giving me patchouli, dry metallic patchouli, ambroxan, heavy ambroxan base. Top note musk to get lift and elevation and lightness. Incredibly stable and clean. Vetiver to give it greenness. A little bit of cypral to help give it darkness. It's sort of a dark, moody fragrance, I think. So I'm trying to think about the marks in my head. Do I like it? I really like it, actually. I think it's very cool. I think it's a very cool fragrance. I think it's quite limited to where you could wear this because it's quite patchouli based. So I think if you love patchouli, I think you would really, really love this and gravitate to it. If you don't like patchouli dominant fragrances, you won't like this at all, and I wouldn't even reach for it. If you like patchouli, you like sort of high-tech, futuristic fragrances, you're gonna love this. It is really, really appealing. It's sort of dark, mysterious, with lightness and cleanness and a high-tech finish. So it's a quite cool smelling fragrance, kind of smells futuristic, and I would have done a really cool campaign with this. Robots or something, it smells sort of futuristic, metallic, AI, that's kind of where it's taking me. It's very cool. I'm going to mark it an 8 out of 10. I think it's really great. I think it's really cool. I personally like it, but I would have loved it pushed. I mean, as a niche fragrance, I would have loved this pushed. Push of the projection is insane. It's kind of halfway there. It's nothing wrong with it. I think it's a really nice fragrance, so I can put that out there. It's not like I'm not criticizing it at all. I think it's a really, really nice fragrance. I think the price is really good. I love the packaging, all the rest of it. But it's kind of like a little bit inspiring, because it's niche, because it's different. It's not trying to be like everything else. It's not being frightened. And in this aspect, because it's the more niche side of perfumery difference, I would have pushed it. I would have done this and that and the other. I'm not going to tell you what I would have done, but I would have added some more raw materials. Things like Javanol or Limonol, Kashmir and all that sort of stuff I would have added, and I would have made it insane. I would have made it metallic. I would have taken it there and sweetened it slightly. Added some white floral notes to it. That's kind of what I would have done. It is radiant, clean, bright patchouli. It's actually a really nice fragrance, but because I kind of want it taken there, I'm sort of taking a little bit off. I think it's great. So love that review. Thumbs up and subscribe for fascinating, interesting content, lots of moving hands, and lots of fragrance reviews. Hope staying safe and well. See you soon.